Hello, and welcome to this presentation of the IMHAI Interdisciplinary Master's Program in Human-Animal Interactions. My name is Megan Lambert. I'm a researcher at the Messerly Research Institute and a lecturer in the IMHAI program, and I'm excited to tell you more about this unique and innovative research master's. The IMHAI program is based at the University of Veterinary Medicine in Vienna, which is the only veterinary university in Austria, founded in 1765. Here on the right, you can see an illustration of what the university looked like in 1767. It is the third oldest veterinary school in the world and the oldest in the German-speaking world. Here we have an aerial view of the university's location within the 21st district, specifically in the area of Donaufeld. The area around the university is green, but still within reach of amenities and stores and restaurants. There are also many parks as well as the Danube River nearby. There are good connections to the university with trams and buses reaching the campus directly, as well as a connection to Vienna's really excellent bike path network. And for those who would like to be close to campus, there is also student housing in the immediate vicinity. Beyond the university itself, Vienna offers an exceptional quality of life, combining stability, accessible healthcare, excellent education, vibrant cultural opportunities, and a strong focus on environmental standards. In fact, it's consistently rated as one of the most livable cities, making it a great place to both live and to study. Although our central campus is in Vienna, VetMed Uni Vienna extends far beyond one location. With research institutes, veterinary farms, specialized centers, and field stations across Austria, students benefit from exposure to a wide range of species, research environments, and practical training sites. Some notable examples include the Heidelhof Research Station, where I'm leading the Kia Lab, and the Wolf Science Center. So now moving on to the Interdisciplinary Masters in Human-Animal Interactions. Today I will give you a background of the content and the structure of the program. Although humans have lived alongside animals for thousands of years, systematic research into human-animal interactions is still a relatively young field. We ask questions such as, how do humans and animals influence each other's behavior and well-being? Where do conflicts of interest arise between species? And finally, how are animals perceived, represented, and integrated into human society? Because these interactions occur at many levels, from individual behavior and its underlying biological mechanisms to societal structures, the field is inherently interdisciplinary. Specifically, we integrate philosophy and ethics, psychology, animal behavior and cognition, animal husbandry and welfare, veterinary and medical sciences, as well as evolutionary and environmental changes. By combining these disciplines, we aim not only to understand human-animal interactions, but to improve them in practice. The aim of the IMHAI program is to enable students to describe, investigate, analyze, and actively shape human-animal relationships on a scientific basis. Students learn to approach these relationships in an ethically reflected manner and within diverse academic and societal contexts. And as reflected in the titles that you can see here, our relationship with animals is complex, culturally shaped, and often contradictory. Precisely because of this complexity, students are trained to critically examine human-animal interactions against the background of the changing roles of animals in society. This master's program is designed as a 4-semester course of study corresponding to 120 ECTS points and about 57 semester hours. The program concludes with the completion of a master's thesis, and upon successful graduation, students are awarded the academic degree Master of Science. This program is very research focused, and this is supported by small cohorts and intensive supervision. With around 20 students, we can offer close mentoring and hands-on methodological training, which directly feeds into the development of the research project and the master's thesis. So giving a brief overview of the program, this program is structured to guide students step by step from foundational knowledge to independent research. So in the first year, that's semesters 1 and 2, students build the conceptual and methodological basis for understanding human-animal interactions. In the second year, they develop and carry out their own research project, which leads into the master's thesis and its presentation at the IMHAI Symposium. So this program begins with an interdisciplinary introduction that builds the theoretical foundations of human-animal interactions. From the animal perspective, students explore how animals behave, how they think, how they feel, and how they live. This includes understanding behavioral mechanisms, cognition, emotional processes, and species-specific living conditions and how these inform animal welfare in captivity, all of which are essential for analyzing human-animal interactions in a scientifically informed way. Complementing the animal perspective, the program also focuses on the human perspective. Students explore human-animal environment interactions within the One Health and One World frameworks, examining how all three of these are interconnected. They also analyze the psychological foundations of human-animal interactions, for example, how animals influence human well-being and how human attitudes and behaviors shape these interactions. Finally, we examine human-driven selection, exploring how domestication has shaped the evolution, behavior, and cognition of domesticated species. After establishing the theoretical foundations, we move toward ethical reflection and practical application. In the first semester, students are introduced to central theories and positions in animal ethics and examine human-animal relationships in real-world contexts, analyzing variations, causes, and effects. In the second semester, this perspective becomes more applied and critical. Students engage with current debates in animal ethics, explore animal training and handling, and discuss practical issues related to companion animal management. The aim is to connect scientific understanding with ethical reasoning and real-world practice. So up to this point, students explore and critically analyze human-animal interactions. From the second semester onward, the focus shifts toward learning how to study them scientifically, beginning with the research methods module. This module equips students with the methodological tools required for independent scientific work. It covers experimental design, observation, data analysis, and ethical considerations across disciplines, such as behavioral science and psychology. The competencies developed here form the basis for the research project and the master's thesis. Moving on to the research project. The research training unfolds in stages, first identifying a topic and a supervisor, then developing and conducting an independent research project before moving on to the master's thesis. And importantly, the research phase offers flexibility. Students may complete either two distinct research projects or develop one project continuously over a full year, leading directly into the master's thesis. So what research opportunities are available? Research within the IMHAI spans a variety of settings, including laboratory work, controlled experimental studies, and field work. And this diversity is because IMHAI students are integrated into active research groups at the VetMed Uni, not just at the Messerly Research Institute, but also at the Domestication Lab, the Animal Welfare Science Group, or other institutes such as the Konrad Lorenz Institute of Ethology and the Research Institute of Wildlife Ecology. And importantly, mobility is strongly supported. Elective courses, research projects, and even the master's thesis can all be completed at other national or international universities and research institutions. And while students develop their own research projects, they do so within a collaborative environment as part of these different research teams, but also as part of their study cohort. Exchange, discussion, and peer feedback are essential components of the program. And this collaborative research culture becomes particularly visible in one highlight of the program, the IMHAI Symposium. Fourth semester students, the IMHAI Symposium is organized by students themselves, and the fourth semester students present their master's thesis projects through talks and posters, while second semester students present their research project ideas. The symposium also includes an external keynote speaker, bringing additional perspectives into the discussion. And it is both a scientific event and a community building experience where students can take ownership of their work and engage in academic exchange. In general, the program provides you with a solid scientific foundation, experience in both basic and applied research, and an internationally recognized master's degree, preparing you for a career in which you can apply or further develop scientific knowledge in academic or applied fields. By the end of the program, students have developed detailed knowledge and solid understanding of the fundamental issues in human and animal interactions. They learn to navigate different scientific practices and traditions and to work confidently across disciplines. And of course, a central competence is the ability to design and conduct interdisciplinary research projects. Alongside scientific competences, we place strong emphasis on social and ethical responsibility. Students learn to work in a culture of respect, collegiality, equal treatment, and constructive exchange are essential in interdisciplinary research. They become familiar with national and international guidelines, standards, and practices that shape research in human-animal interactions. And very importantly, they learn to engage with humans, animals, and the environment in an ethically reflected manner. In addition to scientific and social competences, the program strengthens key personal skills. Students develop clear and confident communication, an interdisciplinary and solution-oriented way of working, and a strong sense of responsibility. At the same time, they build commitment, efficiency, and effective time management, all essential for research and other professional careers. And what can you do with all of these skills? Many of our graduates choose to stay in academia and pursue a PhD, while others have gone to work for NGOs, working in fields of animal protection or animal-assisted activities. Non-university research institutes such as the pharmaceutical or biomedical industry are also looking for people trained on animal welfare, for example. Public and private sector institutions such as ministries, authorities, and commissions are increasingly interested in this topic, including saving the environment and ethical treatment of animals. Facilities with animal husbandry are also supported by the knowledge that you can gain here. And finally, your background critically assessing and performing your own research can also translate into a career in science journalism and conveying research results to a broad audience. So with that, I would like to conclude this part of the introduction to the IMHAI program. I hope that this has been informative for you, and I look forward to seeing many of you in our program in the fall semester.